At the beginning of the story, we are taken to the planet Cybertron, where a brutal war is raging between the Autobots and the Decepticons. Both sides are determined to wipe each other out and take complete control of Cybertron. During the battle, the Autobot leader, Sentinel Prime, realizes that his forces can't hold off the Decepticons much longer. With no other choice, he boards an advanced spacecraft and attempts to escape. As soon as the Decepticons spot him leaving, they launch a fierce attack on his ship to stop him. Somehow, Sentinel manages to break through their assault and get away, but his Ark spacecraft is heavily damaged in the process. Unable to stay in control, the Ark eventually crash lands on Earth's moon. The story then jumps to the year 1961. At that time, America and several other nations are racing to explore space. Every country wants to learn as much as possible before its rivals do. When the United States discovers that there are regions on the moon that remain permanently hidden in darkness, officials begin to suspect that something unusual may be there, possibly even alien technology. President John F. Kennedy authorizes a team of scientists to investigate those mysterious areas of the moon. The US is especially determined to get there first because it doesn't want the Soviet Union gaining access to any potential alien technology before America does. The space race quickly becomes more important than ever. After 8 years of hard work and countless challenges, an American team finally succeeds in landing Apollo 11 on the moon in 1969. The achievement makes headlines around the world because, for humanity, reaching the moon feels like an impossible dream finally coming true. While exploring the lunar surface, the astronauts eventually reach the area where Sentinel Prime's Ark crashed. There, they discover massive robotic bodies scattered around the wreckage. The sight terrifies them. The astronauts want to learn more about the enormous spacecraft and the robotic remains, but they are running out of time. Their oxygen supply is getting low, so they collect a few moon rock samples along with some pieces from the Ark and return to Earth. In the next scene, we meet Sam, who is now living with his girlfriend Carly. Even though Sam has saved Earth from Decepticon attacks twice and has received awards from the President of the United States, none of that seems to matter in his everyday life. Despite everything he has accomplished, Sam is still unemployed and spends most of his time at home, struggling to figure out what comes next. Meanwhile, the Autobots are working alongside American military forces to hunt down and eliminate remaining Decepticons. Unlike the Decepticons, the Autobots are peaceful giant robots who want to live alongside humanity after the destruction of their home planet, Cybertron. The Decepticons, however, want to wipe out humanity and take control of Earth. That's why the Autobots and the military continue tracking them down across the globe. One day, General William Lennox receives intelligence that several Decepticons are hiding in Ukraine. He immediately sends a team of Autobots to eliminate the threat. The Autobots arrive at the location with a scientist who is supposed to assist them, but once they get there, the scientist betrays them. Moments later, gigantic Decepticons suddenly appear and launch a surprise attack. Caught completely off guard, the Autobots struggle to respond as the Decepticon known as Driller begins tearing through everything in sight. The massive machine carves straight through buildings, leaving destruction everywhere it goes. Soon, Optimus Prime arrives on the scene. Using his powerful weapons, he engages Driller in an intense battle. The fight is fierce, but Driller eventually finds an opportunity to escape. After the Decepticons retreat, Optimus discovers that they came to steal an Autobot component known as the Inner Spark. Much like humans have a soul, Autobots possess an inner spark that powers them. It allows them to communicate with one another and even repair damaged parts of their bodies. Optimus is shocked because he had no idea that Autobot technology connected to the Inner Spark was being kept in Ukraine. Since the Autobots and humans had agreed to share all important information with each other, he confronts the human leadership and demands answers. Seeing how angry Optimus is, the director of NEST introduces him to a group of NASA scientists who were involved in a highly classified mission that had been kept secret for decades. While speaking with them, Optimus learns that back in 1969, before the Apollo mission landed on the moon, a satellite had transmitted photographs that left scientists stunned. The images clearly showed something unbelievable hidden on the moon, a massive alien spacecraft. At that moment, Optimus Prime looks at the images and immediately realizes that the alien spacecraft is actually the Ark, the same Autobot ship that Sentinel Prime used when he left Cybertron years ago. Without wasting any time, Optimus and the other Autobots travel to the moon. Once they arrive, they locate the crashed Ark and begin investigating the wreckage. After searching for a while, they finally discover Sentinel Prime's body. They also find several powerful pillars hidden inside the ship. Optimus and the Autobots then transport Sentinel's body and the recovered equipment back to Earth. However, Sentinel is completely deactivated. To bring him back online, Optimus uses the Matrix of Leadership, a powerful technology that had once been used to save Optimus himself. The moment Sentinel Prime is revived, he suddenly attacks Optimus and starts causing chaos all around him. The reason is simple. Sentinel believes the war between the Autobots and Decepticons is still raging on Cybertron. Optimus quickly calms him down and explains that they are no longer on Cybertron. Their home planet was destroyed long ago, and the Autobots now live on Earth alongside humans. He also tells Sentinel how the Ark crashed on the moon, where he remained dormant for decades before being brought back to Earth and revived with the Matrix of Leadership. In the next scene, Sam finally lands a job at a company, and he's thrilled about it. Excited to share the news, he heads over to see his girlfriend Carly. Carly works for a major automotive company, but when Sam arrives, he notices her boss openly flirting with her. The situation immediately bothers Sam, but there isn't much he can do about it, so he quietly leaves. Meanwhile, we see Megatron, the leader of the Decepticons. He's still in terrible condition after the injuries he suffered during his battle with Optimus Prime. Megatron gathers the remaining Decepticons and gives them a critical order. He tells them to eliminate every scientist who was involved in the 1969 NASA mission, because those scientists know the truth about the moon's dark side. Megatron doesn't want that information falling into Autobot hands. The Decepticons immediately set out and begin hunting down the scientists one by one. Soon, we meet a scientist named Jerry Wang, who was part of the 1969 NASA mission. Knowing that the Decepticons could target him, Jerry has been living under a hidden identity and working at the same company where Sam is employed. One day, Jerry spots Sam and instantly recognizes him as the young man who fought alongside the Autobots against the Decepticons. Believing Sam can help, Jerry tries to share some important information with him. At first, Sam thinks the scientist sounds crazy and doesn't take him seriously, but after listening for a while, he starts to realize that Jerry may actually be telling the truth. Before leaving, Jerry secretly hands Sam an important note and returns to his office. Unfortunately, someone else is already waiting for him there. A Decepticon named Laserbeak has tracked him down. The moment Jerry enters the office, Laserbeak reveals his true form and demands to know what information he shared with Sam. Jerry refuses to talk. Enraged, Laserbeak kills him. Afterward, the Decepticon tears through the office building and even attempts to kill Sam as well. Somehow, Sam barely manages to escape with his life. Now Sam finally understands that everything Jerry told him was real. He immediately goes to the Nest director and explains what he has learned. Sam tells her that scientists involved in the 1969 NASA mission discovered alien technology on the moon's dark side and kept the discovery secret for decades. He also explains that the Decepticons are now systematically eliminating everyone connected to that mission. Because of this, Sam wants permission to join the Autobots and investigate the moon's dark side himself. Unfortunately, the director doesn't believe his story and flat out refuses. With nowhere else to turn, Sam contacts Agent Simmons, who once worked closely with organizations connected to NASA and extraterrestrial investigations. Simmons agrees to help. Soon afterward, Sam arrives at Simmons' house, and together they begin digging into the secrets hidden on the dark side of the moon. After days of digging through old records and classified files, Sam and Simmons uncover something shocking. They learn that after the American moon mission returned to Earth, a team of Soviet scientists was also sent to investigate the moon's dark side. However, shortly after returning home, every member of that team supposedly died in a car crash. Sam immediately finds that suspicious. There's no way an entire group of scientists could all die in the exact same accident by coincidence. To get answers, Simmons has some of his investigators dig deeper into the backgrounds of those Soviet astronauts and scientists. A few days later, they finally track down information connected to the Russian mission. When Sam and Simmons meet with people linked to the program, they learn an incredible secret. The American scientists from Apollo 11 had discovered an advanced alien spacecraft on the moon's dark side, but they kept the discovery hidden from the public. Later, when the Soviet team reached the same area, they witnessed giant robotic beings carrying mysterious pillars away from the crash site. The moment Sam hears this, everything starts to make sense. He realizes those robots were Decepticons, and they've been hunting down everyone connected to the moon missions to make sure the truth never gets out. After putting all the pieces together, Sam finally understands the Decepticons' real plan. The powerful pillars hidden inside Sentinel Prime's arc were designed to create a space bridge between Earth and the moon. Once activated, they would allow the Decepticons secretly hiding on the moon to travel directly to Earth. The problem was that only Sentinel Prime could activate the pillars, and Sentinel had remained deactivated for decades. The only one capable of bringing him back online was Optimus Prime, using the Matrix of Leadership. That's why the Decepticons had been waiting all these years. Their entire plan depended on the Autobots finding Sentinel and reviving him. Once Sentinel was back, he could activate the pillars, open the bridge between Earth and the moon, bring the hidden Decepticon army to Earth, and eventually transform the planet into a new Cybertron. Realizing how dangerous the situation is, Sam rushes off to warn the Autobots and the government agents that Sentinel Prime is working with the Decepticons. On the way, Decepticons ambush him. Just before they can kill him, Bumblebee arrives and jumps into the fight. After an intense battle, Bumblebee barely manages to get Sam out alive. Meanwhile, Sentinel Prime asks the Autobots about the powerful pillars recovered from the Ark. The Autobots refuse to tell him where the pillars are. Furious, Sentinel suddenly shoots Ironhide. The attack shocks everyone. At that moment, the Autobots realize that Sentinel is no longer the hero they once admired. They immediately attack him, but Sentinel proves far stronger than any of them expected. Even by himself, he's able to overpower multiple Autobots at once. When the rest of the Autobots hear that Sentinel has attacked their teammates, they rush to help. But before they can reach the battlefield, Decepticons intercept them. A massive fight erupts as Autobots and Decepticons clash once again. In the next scene, night has fallen. Sentinel Prime begins using the 5 pillars to construct the space bridge between Earth and the moon. Just then, Optimus Prime arrives and orders him to stop. Sentinel looks at Optimus and says, "You are no match for me. If I wanted to, I could destroy you right now, but I won't, because you were once my friend." He reminds Optimus of the days when they ruled Cybertron like kings, and asks how he can tolerate taking orders from humans on Earth. Optimus calmly responds that humans are different. Their emotions, compassion, and ability to care for one another make them unique. That's why he refuses to let Sentinel do anything that would threaten humanity's existence. But Sentinel ignores him. Without hesitation, he activates the 5 pillars. Moments later, a gigantic space bridge forms between Earth and the moon. One by one, the hidden Decepticons begin pouring through the portal. As soon as they arrive on Earth, they unleash chaos everywhere. Cities are attacked, buildings are destroyed, and panic spreads across the globe. The Decepticons then send a message to the world's military forces. Their demand is simple. If every Autobot on Earth is not expelled from the planet immediately, humanity will be wiped out. Faced with an impossible choice, the US military orders the Autobots to leave Earth. They know that refusing the demand could trigger worldwide destruction. The Autobots reluctantly prepare to depart, but Sam isn't happy about it at all. He knows that if the Autobots leave, the Decepticons will have complete control of Earth. There will be no one left powerful enough to stop them. At the same time, a Decepticon disguised as a wristwatch remains secretly attached to Sam. The tiny spy is gathering information, hoping to learn where the Autobots are headed next, and what plans they have for fighting back. With that knowledge, the Decepticons intend to eliminate the Autobots once and for all. But when Optimus Prime looks at Sam before leaving, he can tell that something is wrong. He knows Sam is trying to warn him about something important. Soon afterward, the Autobots appear to leave Earth, and the moment they're gone, the Decepticons begin unleashing chaos across the planet. At the same time, Sentinel Prime uses the 5 main pillars, along with thousands of additional pillars brought by the Decepticons, to create a massive energy network. As the system powers up, Earth slowly begins transforming into Cybertron. Helping Sentinel with this plan is Carly's boss, Dylan Gould. When Carly realizes that Dylan is willingly working with the Decepticons, she's devastated. She tries to stop him, but Dylan captures her and holds her hostage. As soon as Sam learns what happened, he rushes in to rescue Carly. However, before he can reach her, the Decepticons attack. Just when things seem hopeless, the Autobots suddenly arrive. That's when we discover the truth. The Autobots never actually left Earth. The ship that supposedly carried them away had been destroyed, but the Autobots had secretly remained behind, waiting for the perfect moment to strike back. With the element of surprise on their side, a massive battle erupts between the Autobots and the Decepticons. The Decepticons still have powerful warriors like Driller and Shockwave, both of whom are tearing through the city and leaving destruction everywhere they go. Meanwhile, the US military fights alongside the Autobots, but they're running dangerously low on ammunition. Eventually, they realize they have only a single missile left. Their plan is to reach a nearby skyscraper and use that last missile to destroy the pillars powering the space bridge. But when they reach the building, they find Shockwave waiting for them. The sight of the giant Decepticon terrifies everyone. With no other option, they leap off the side of the skyscraper. They begin sliding down the glass exterior of the building at incredible speed. Just before crashing into the next level, they fire their weapons and shatter the windows, allowing them to pass safely through the building and survive. A little later, Megatron himself enters the battlefield and launches a brutal attack, but Optimus Prime quickly arrives to confront him. The two longtime enemies engage in one final showdown. After an intense and devastating fight, Optimus finally gains the upper hand and defeats Megatron once and for all. Meanwhile, Sentinel Prime lies badly wounded after the battle. Knowing he has lost, he begs Optimus to spare his life, but Optimus isn't moved by his words. Sentinel betrayed the Autobots, betrayed their trust, and nearly destroyed Earth. For Optimus, there is no coming back from that. Without hesitation, he raises his weapon and delivers the final shot, ending Sentinel Prime's life. With Sentinel defeated, the Decepticons' plan collapses. Earth is saved once again, humanity survives, and peace is finally restored. Optimus proved that true leadership is built on loyalty, trust, and protecting those who can't protect themselves. If you enjoyed this recap, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with another Transformers fan. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next story.